Hello, and welcome back to Retired Happy. This is Carolyn, your retired happy friend from Mississippi. And today is Sunday. We went to church this morning, and this afternoon, after Maisie's walk, we took a little rest, a little nap, and now Maisie's up in my closet because thunder is somewhere in the area and she hears it. I don't hear it yet, but it looks like it may rain a little bit this afternoon. But today's video, we're going to be making the cream cheese pound cake, which I think is the best pound cake recipe there is. I've checked all of them out and I really like the cream cheese. So after the cream cheese pound cake gets done, we cut a slice. We're going to serve it with the strawberries, the blueberries, scoop of vanilla ice cream, and get ready for all of the 4th of July events coming up soon. So after that, I'm going to give you a little quick peek into my refrigerator freezer on the method I have come up with to organize my vegetables, because I get in the summertime, I get fresh vegetables at our produce market because they sell them by the bag already shelled, and they sell them by the pound and then by the bushel. So I have my butter beans, my peas, my green beans from my little garden, and just how I've come up with storing it so I can find what I need. And then I'm also going to show you how I sharpen my knives, so I'm going to show you how I do it. And I want in the comments things that you do. Share how you organize your food in your freezer so you can find what you need when you need it, and also how you do your knives, because this is a community. I want to hear from all of you, and I read every comment, and I thank you so much for joining, for staying here. I like right at 40 subscribers, being up to 8,000 subscribers. So I appreciate every single one of you and everyone who keeps coming back to my channel to spend a little bit of your time with me. And if you have not subscribed, if you've been watching but you haven't subscribed or liked, I would appreciate it very, very much if you'd hit that little subscribe button and subscribe. That way you'll know when another video is coming back, and it will really help to boost my channel up a little bit so I can keep making videos, because right now I'm putting out 2 videos a week, and it takes a lot of time videoing and editing and just the whole process of getting a video posted, which I really enjoy. And I enjoy the whole process. And most of all, I enjoy reading the comments back from you. And I'm knowing the names, and I'm so happy when I see somebody come back who's been here before. So thank you for that. That is one of my thankful. The other thankful I am is for our country. We're coming up on the 4th of July, and I'm so thankful that we live in the country that we do. I have traveled around. I've traveled to Bulgaria, a former communist country. I've traveled to Italy and to Germany and a little bit into Switzerland, to Hawaii, which is not another country, but it's out of my little comfort zone. Just different areas of the country, and it really helps to understand other people in other areas when we travel and see how other people do things. So that's what I'm thankful for, is our country that we live in, that we still have the freedoms that we do, and I just pray every day that our children and grandchildren will continue to have the freedoms we do. And the good word for today. Last time I posted what our pastor said on praying, and doing the series right now on empowered prayer. And he gave us the acronym PUSH, pray until something happens. So he went over that again today in our message. And I got a message. It's not original with me. I heard it on another message, which I thought was really, really good. So I'm going to share it with you. But faith is we have a deep faith when we know God is going to get us out of a situation. But our faith grows deeper when we know God is going to be with us through the situation. Think about that. That's pretty profound. So help all of us for our faith to grow as we are on this retirement journey through life. And nothing stays the same very long. It's constantly changing. So I hope you enjoy my demonstration on how to make the cream cheese pound cake, and I hope you make it because it's really, really good, and it makes your house smell wonderful while it's baking. So I want you to come back and visit Wednesday, because my neighbor went to a farm and she brought back some fresh corn that had just been picked that morning. I got 6 ears of corn. So I'm going to share on how I cut the corn off and how I prepare it to put in the freezer to what we call put up. And if you don't know what put up our vegetables means, tune back on Wednesday and I'll explain that. And I'll also demonstrate how to make another little sewing project. And this is so easy and quick and useful. So these are grippers. And if you have any problem with soreness or tenderness in your hand or in your joints, these grippers help to put on top of the jar and open the jar lid, whether it's a little jar lid or a big jar lid. So I'm going to demonstrate and show how quick and easy these little grippers are to make. To give as a gift, you can stick it in with a little gift, or I thought I heard thunder outside. If you're taking a food gift to somebody, you can stick this in and say this will help you get a grip on things. Kind of a play on words, but they are quick, easy. Tune in Wednesday for that. And thank you so much for joining in today and taking some of your time and spending it with me and Maisie. So we'll get on with the pound cake. Well, today we're making the cream cheese pound cake. So this is the cream cheese pound cake. The recipe is found in the Cooking with Maggie cookbook, because this is an old standard. This is a good basic pound cake. I made it when I had my cupcake shop, and I sold the whole cake, plus I also sold slices of it with lunches that I had in my shop. So it's a great pound cake. I've tested the buttermilk, the sour cream, several other pound cakes, and I like this one the best. So here we go. We have 3 sticks of soft butter. So I'm going to put those in my stand mixer, and I'm going to unwrap them and put all 3 sticks. I did set it out on the counter and let my cream cheese soften, let my eggs get to room temperature, and let the butter soften before I started. So we will get started. Now I have the 3 sticks of softened butter, and I do use the unsalted butter. And that's all I buy. I don't ever buy the salted butter. I always buy the unsalted butter. So I have 3 sticks in my mixer. I'm going to turn it on and get it started. Next, I'm going to add 8 ounces of cream cheese. It's been sitting out on my counter, so the 8 ounces of cream cheese is also softened. So I'll put that in the mixer. And next, I'll add 3 cups of sugar, 1 cup at a time. It sounds like a lot of sugar, but it's a lot of cake and a lot of flour, so it's not going to be too sweet. It's going to turn out great. And I am making it in my bundt cake pan, so I like that for my pound cakes. So I have a non-stick bundt pan. It's made by Wilton, and I got it not long ago, and it doesn't hold quite as much batter as the old bundt, the cast aluminum bundt cake pan did. So it's non-stick, it's over on the side. I have that ready. I also have my oven preheating at 325. So now I'm going to mix the cream cheese and the butter together. Now the 3 sticks of butter, the 8 ounces of cream cheese are all softened. So now it's time to add the sugar. So I'm going to add the sugar 1 cup at a time, and it's 3 cups of granulated white sugar. So there's 1. And 2, and I have to open another bag of sugar. So I'll go ahead and get that one started mixing. I'm going to go open another bag. Now this is the 3rd cup of sugar going in, and the batter is starting to get really creamy and fluffy. So we're going to beat it a little bit longer. And the cookbook says beat it for 5 minutes until it's light and fluffy. And this part of it, I do beat it until it is light and fluffy. I beat it on this end of it, but when I start adding the flour, I don't beat it too much. I just beat it enough to get it all the flour mixed in. Okay. This is really looking good. See, it's light yellow and it's very fluffy. So that's looking really good. Okay, now we're going to add the 6 eggs, 1 at a time. So I have 6 eggs, and I have let them set out at room temperature so the eggs are not cold when I'm adding them, and that will help them to fluff up a lot easier. And we want to mix after each additional egg. And the directions say to beat for 1 full minute after each egg. So this part we want to do a really good job of beating and mixing. So this is the batter. Isn't that beautiful? And you could hear the difference in the pitch and the tone of the machine, the mixer, as each egg was added. So now we're going to add 3 cups of all-purpose or plain flour, 1 cup at a time. Now it's a good idea for you to sift your flour before you add it to it, but I don't. I don't know, I just never have, but it's a good idea too, because if there are any little lumps of flour in it, it will catch those lumps and break it up. Okay, so there's the 1st cup of flour. Whoa, let's slow down just a little bit, and I'm going to put my flour guard on. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And after we get the cake baked, I'm going to dress it up for the 4th of July. And I'm going to put strawberries, blueberries, and vanilla ice cream on it. So we're getting really close to, well, in fact, tomorrow is Flag Day. I'm filming this on June the 13th, so tomorrow is Flag Day. So we have Flag Day all the way through the 4th of July that we can celebrate. I have to open a new bag of flour for the 2nd cup, so I like to get the unbleached all-purpose. So over the years, when it's available, I get the unbleached all-purpose. So I have 1 more cup of flour to go, and this is what the batter looks like now. I have 2 cups in, and I do have the unbleached all-purpose flour. Okay, last cup. And let's put the flour guard on and start the mixer really slow. And I've already put the vanilla in, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay. Mixes up quickly when you have all your ingredients in your pan already laid out and ready. Okay, now I have made a variety with this when I put chocolate chips in the batter and make a chocolate chip pound cake, and that's good. You could also use, if you wanted to, butterscotch or peanut butter chips. So this is the basic recipe. I'm going to give it a little bit more mix. My pan. It is a non-stick pan, and it's made by Wilton. And the reason I got it is because it has all of the little indentions on the top that when it's turned out, it makes a really pretty cake. Okay, that is mixed enough. We don't want to over mix it or it will be tough. So now I'm going to get all the batter off of the beaters. And this is great to just get a cut a slice as soon as it comes out of the oven while it's still warm. So this is the batter. If it's too much for my bundt pan, I have a layer cake pan oiled and ready. So this cake does not need any leavening. Doesn't need any baking powder in it because the eggs are what makes it rise. And it has a totally different texture and taste from a cake mix. So people who are used to cake mixes and think cake mix is the only way to go sometimes have to get used to the different flavor and the different texture of this cake. But if they stick with it and get used to it, they learn to like it. Okay. All right. I think that's all I'm going to put in the cake pan. So I'm going to just spread it around. I have it in the cake pan. I don't want it too full because it is going to rise. So I'll put the rest of it in my layer cake pan. Okay, it's going in the oven now at 325, and usually I let it bake. I'll check it after an hour and do the test on it too. I touch it with my finger to make sure it's done before I take it out. And I don't like to leave it in the oven and over bake it because it does get dried out. So that's going to be a beautiful cake. So there we go, into the oven. It is exactly 4:30 in the afternoon, so we will see how long it bakes. Okay, I'll have a nice little thin layer of cake in this layer cake. These are my mother's cake pans, and just about all you can find now are 8-inch cake pans, and these are 9-inch. When she made a cake, she always made 9-inch cake layers. And every year at Christmas, she made a 3-layer coconut cake. She made the yellow cake layers, the 7-minute frosting, and then used the fresh grated coconut. She didn't buy the already fixed coconut. She had a fresh coconut and poked holes in the eyes, drained the coconut milk out, shelled the coconut, and then put it through the grater and grated the coconut herself. So it was really, really, really good fresh coconut cake. And we always had it at Christmas with ambrosia. She fixed a big clear glass bowl of ambrosia with oranges, chopped up oranges, chopped up apples, some fresh grated coconut, and cherries. I believe that's all she put in the ambrosia, but it brings back a lot of good memories. Okay, my little single layer is going to go in the oven. And my house is going to smell so good with that cake baking in the oven. So we'll tune in, and I'll bring you back in when I take it out of the oven. Oh, y'all, my house smells so good. So the cake is done, and this is what I like for it to look like on top. It's completely done. I stuck a toothpick right in here in the center, and the toothpick came out clean, and I like for it to look just like that. So I'm going to turn it out on a plate, and it cooked for exactly 1 hour. So 1 hour at 325. And this is a little bit smaller bundt pan because it did not hold all the batter. It only held about, well, all of it, but just a little. So I'm going to turn it out, and with the no-stick Wilton cake pan, it came out perfectly. So it's kind of hard to see the design on top of it, but I'm going to sprinkle some powdered sugar on top of it, but I'm going to let it cool first. It's really, really hot, just came out of the oven, and oh, it smells so good. So y'all will enjoy this cake, and I'm going to let it cool. Then I'll cut a slice. We'll decorate it with the red strawberries, the blueberries, and a scoop of vanilla ice cream. So we have a red, white, and blue dessert. So you gotta try this one. I'm going to put it on my cake cover base, and then I'm going to take my cake cover and kind of just put it over at an angle so the steam can escape. But I do want to cover it. I don't want it to sit on the counter and dry out. So I'm just going to kind of sit it sideways and let the cover go over it. But you can see the steam is already starting to accumulate on the cover. So I'm going to just kind of sit it cattywampus, we call it. That means it's not quite straight. So we're going to just let it sit there and cool and come back. Did y'all notice my new hot pad I was using? I like that. Right now I'm making the new project that you're going to see on the putting up the cream style corn. I'm making a new project of grippers. So right now I'm at my sewing machine and I'm making several grippers with this color fabric on the back of it. So I'll show you how to make these grippers on the putting up the corn video. So stay tuned for that. Be sure and check it out, because these are great if you have arthritis or you've lost strength in your hand. You can use these grippers to hold on to the jar to help open the jars. Really a good little project. But I love my hot pad. Well, the cake is done, and I did sprinkle some confectioner's sugar on top of it. So it's all cool now. And I cut a big piece out. My neighbor's birthday was Wednesday, so I'm taking her a big piece for her birthday. And the rest of it, I'll probably either put in the freezer or share with another neighbor down the street, because this is a lot of cake. But it's so good. And y'all, my house smelled so good this afternoon. And then this is the slice of the pound cake with a little scoop of vanilla ice cream, some strawberries and some blueberries. And today while I'm filming this is Flag Day, and we are on our way to the 4th of July. So a great dessert for the 4th of July and to celebrate and be patriotic. So I hope you like this. Try this pound cake recipe, and I think you'll really, really like it. I didn't put any sugar on the strawberries or on the blueberries. They're just fresh, natural, no sugar, no cooking, just the fresh berries. And the next day, if you want your cake to taste just like it came out of the oven a few minutes ago, just slice your cake, put it in the microwave for just a few seconds. Just keep testing it and heat it until it's just a little bit warm, and it will be just like it came out of the oven. Now, if it's not 4th of July and we're just regularly having this pound cake, sliced peaches is our favorite way to fix it. So I get the yellow clean sliced peaches, the ones that are packed in pear juice so it doesn't have a lot of extra sugar, and just spoon some of the sliced peaches and juice over a slice of cake. And be sure and stick it in the microwave for a few seconds first and heat it back up like it's just popped out of the oven. While I'm in the kitchen and over in this area, I was going to show you how I have developed an organization for my freezer. This is all of my vegetables that I have put up, so to speak. So these are my butter beans. This is the corn that I've just cut off fresh this year. So I devised this little method of making it easy to find what I have. Behind is my meat, the fish, a package of smoked sausage, my frozen shrimp, and then I put my little bags of vegetables. All of these is what I have put up from the green beans are from my little garden out back, the peas, the butter beans, and I have a couple of different kinds of peas. I have the black eyed peas, and then I have the zipper peas. And on the top rack is the ice maker. So on the top rack is my ice cream. This is the bread, and behind the bread is my fruit. So I have the fresh strawberries that I got, the fresh Louisiana strawberries. I fixed them, put them in the little Ziploc bags, and so I know where to go to look when I find something that I want to cook. So bread, my fresh fruits on the top, and the door, I just put my little stuff. I have a little bag of nuts. I put my nuts into a Ziploc bag out of the big bag. My little packages of a piece of cornbread and I have that cut up in serving size pieces. So I have that when I need cornbread without cooking a whole pan. My sausage, breakfast sausage that I got, I cook that when I buy it, so when I'm ready to eat it, my bacon and my sausage is already cooked. All I have to do is just pull out one piece and it's ready for a meal. And on the top rack is my hamburger meat. That's a little bitty package of cheese sticks I have left. Little package of my frozen chicken stock. I didn't use the whole carton, so that's ready for another cooking. So anyway, that might interest you and it might not, but these are little packages of pancakes. When I cook pancakes, I always cook some extra and put it in the freezer. So if I want a couple of pancakes, some sausage or bacon for breakfast, it's ready to just pull out and fix a quick little meal. So that's my freezer organization, and if that helps anyway, maybe you can use some of my ideas and then send me some of your ideas. Now the last thing while I'm still in the kitchen, and we'll finish up in the kitchen, but I had a question on how I sharpen my kitchen knives. So this is a sample of one of my little kitchen knives that I frequently have to sharpen because they do get dull pretty quick. But this is a knife sharpener that came in one of my steaks knife sets, and I use that sometimes so I can put it down. And when you're sharpening your knife, this is the sharp blade and it's at an angle, so you always want to have your knife at an angle where you can just sharpen the blade. And it seems like the tip, the point of my knives, always get dull. So I hold my knife on an angle and then just go all the way down and then turn it and go all the way down the other side. And that sharpens it really, really well. Now the other thing, so I can go like that and go back and forth, but as long as you keep it on an angle, it's going to sharpen that blade. So the other thing I had gotten a sharpening stone, and I use this sharpening stone pretty often too. And I just go down the side of it and hold my knife blade at an angle, so it's going to get the edge of the blade, and just go back and forth across the edge of the sharpening stone, and then that will be sharp enough where it will cut your vegetables without any problem. Because I have almost cut my hand with a dull knife so many times, and the cooks always say, or the professional chefs always say, be sure your knife is sharp. You don't want to be in the kitchen with a dull knife. So that's the way I do it. If you have any other ideas or any other ways you keep your knives sharpened, just please put it in the comments. Let us know what you do and how you keep your knives sharpened. These are really good little knives. And I did have a comment to use the serrated knife for my tomato skin, and I had a serrated knife in my drawer, so I pulled it out, and my little tomato skin that was tough, this really did peel it much easier. So thanks for that tip. I appreciate that. So I hope you enjoyed those quick little tips, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial on the cream cheese pound cake, which is really good, and how I'm going to be serving it for the 4th of July. And my tips on how I've developed an organization in my freezer to better store things where I can find it when I go in to get something, and the knife sharpening. So let me know in the comments what you think. We're on a retirement journey, and we're establishing a community to share tips, share our ideas, and to enjoy our retirement journey. Thanks so much. Well, it's just started raining. I don't hear any thunder, but I don't know, Maisie might not get a walk right now. She's on the sofa shaking, so we'll see. Oh, Maisie, what do you think, huh? What do you think? You want to show everybody your new Thunder jacket?